In terms of maximizing value of digital content from events, what advice do you have for us there? How do you use it? How do we expand the audience that we're reaching? How do we reach more target accounts? How do we brand our thought leadership better? Um, Not only like how you get it out there, but how do you create it? What are the resources and tools that you use for it?
There is not consensus on how to deliver the value proposition of the company and sometimes of the platform. People don't use the same language to talk about the thing. And that lessens your impact in the entire marketplace, right? If everybody is telling a different story about what and why you do things, that's problematic. And so before we even get into the like, oh, I would do these tactical things, one of the things that I focus on a lot is like, are we saying the same thing about why we are and what we are and what we deliver and why and how it's better? I have religion about ABN. And for me, it just works. It works at a big scale and a small scale for the enterprise because it creates focus for the go-to-market motion. And that's what I would say is we are constantly refining and evaluating where we are having success and where we're seeing market pull and refining things. So I'll give you a real example that happened this week for us is we have 6 primary use cases that we go to market with at Kumu. And we're like, these are the 6 things that we think people mostly do with our platform or that we know people mostly do. And all this year, we've been putting out content about these use cases. We have outreach tracks. We have all of the nurtures. We have all of the marketing that we've been doing about all of these use cases. Well, now I have about 3/4 worth of data about which of those use cases are actually creating any kind of engagement at all. And I have data about what pulled stuff into pipe and what closed. And so as I move into FY22, we had a very thoughtful conversation this week about, guess what? They don't all resonate in the same way. And if we look at our product roadmap and what we're building into the future, they shouldn't all have the same weight or importance. And so I'm focusing on less use cases that I have data to support that they're engaging. I'm also focusing on less industries in my target account list. Like I use the data from the year to be like, all right, this is more focused. This is more focused. Every year, my target account list gets a little bit smaller and a little bit smarter.